I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Salters and sanders were ready to roll this morning as we prepared for some snow, a follow-up to the previous day of sleet and freezing rain, giving us a complete taste of what old man winter has to offer. Much of the heavy stuff was expected to stay to our south and east. Nevertheless, many school districts chose to close again today in anticipation of the snowfall. The snow was expected to wind down by early this evening. Much of the Hudson Valley was expected to be left with a couple of inches of accumulation. The snow may have been a contributing factor in a reported fatal accident earlier this afternoon on Interstate 84 in the town of Wallkill. Keep clicking here at Record Online for weather updates as well as any closings and cancellations. New Paltz police had a different type of crash to investigate earlier today. At around 11 this morning, a car slammed into the Splish Splash laundromat at 138 Main Street, damaging the front of the business. The 22-year-old driver then sped off. A witness did get his license plate. Police later located him and charged him with unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle, leaving the scene of a property damage accident. 2 people were in the laundromat at the time and were unhurt. Business is now closed, but officials say the crash did not do any major structural damage. A Dutchess County man who was arrested back in August has pleaded guilty to charges that he used hidden cameras to shoot videos of women and girls who were using the bathroom in the pit area at the Orange County Fair Speedway. During an appearance in Orange County Court today, 22-year-old Mitchell Lindsay pleaded guilty to 11 counts of felony unlawful surveillance. The counts cover 11 victims who were identified in the criminal investigation. Prosecutors had asked that Lindsay be sentenced to 2 to 6 years. But County Court Judge Nicholas DeRosa is expected to cap his sentence at 6 months in Orange County Jail when Lindsay returns to court in February. A decision on what to do with the Orange County Government Center is apparently at hand now that a county legislative committee has signed off on a $67 million proposal to overhaul the long-closed complex. The plan calls for the demolition and replacement of one of the Government Center building's 3 sections, along with additions and interior renovations. Also in the plans, a new entrance from the parking lot and more than $12 million worth of improvements to the lot. The full legislature is expected to approve the plan during a special meeting Thursday. Legislators have been anxious to break the stalemate with the county executive and move forward on a repair plan because of the toll the closing of the buildings taken on the Goshen downtown business district. A Westtown man has been charged with felony attempted assault after state police say he threatened to kill a female acquaintance at his residence. Troopers got the call from the woman who told them 25-year-old Jessie Castro had physically assaulted her and threatened to kill her while holding a handsaw to her neck. The victim was later taken to Bon Secours Hospital for treatment of minor injuries. Castro turned himself in Monday, a day after the incident. He was additionally charged with menacing, possession of a weapon, and aggravated harassment. It's decision day in the Kingston School District, where voters will decide the fate of a $137 million proposal to renovate and expand the Kingston High School at its 27-acre campus. The proposition includes upgrades, new construction, and the demolition of the former Myron J. Michael Middle School building and the Whiston Tobin building. State aid would cover roughly 60% of the cost. Polls are open until 9 tonight at the Kingston District 7 elementary schools. Look for vote results here at Record Online. Well, 10 years in prison is expected to be the sentence for Larry Rao when the 38-year-old Newburgh man is returned to court following his guilty plea today to charges that he assaulted his girlfriend back in March. Rao pleaded guilty to the charge of first-degree assault. Prosecutors said Rao beat and stomped on the woman so severely that she had to be put into a medically induced coma. Rao, who appeared in court in a wheelchair, suffered nerve damage when the victim's father shot him following the assault. Grand jury cleared her father of any charges. A report of a burglary in progress at a residence in Mongaub Valley has led to the arrest of a couple from Callicoon. State police have charged 25-year-old Daniel Pierce and 26-year-old Ashley Fontanis, both of Callicoon, with burglary, criminal mischief, criminal possession of stolen property, and criminal possession of a controlled substance. They were sent to Sullivan County Jail following their arraignment. Congratulations to folk singing icon and Hudson Valley treasure Pete Seeger. The 94-year-old resident of Dutchess County's earned another Grammy nomination, this time in the category of Best Spoken Word Album. His album, entitled The Storm King, contains an assortment of stories and poems. Seeger's a multiple Grammy winner and member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Previously won Grammy Awards for folk albums in 1996 and 2008. He's authored and co-authored folk classics including Where Have All the Flowers Gone and If I Had a Hammer. Grammy winners will be announced January 26th at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. And not many parades start in one state and end up in another. That's claim to fame for those who organize the annual holiday parade that takes marchers from Port Jervis, New York across the Delaware River Bridge into Matamoros, Pennsylvania. The 42nd edition of the holiday parade stepped off Sunday. Plenty of groups were represented, including scout packs, religious and civic organizations, and local businesses. Putting the parade together is a yearly labor of love for those with the Tri-State Chamber of Commerce, and the event's named in memory of Rick Drew, a former chamber director who helped expand the parade until his death in 2001. Organizers say he'd be proud the holiday parade continues to march on.
I hope he would be. He's the one who really got this parade started and expanded it, and we lost Rick way too early, some 12 years ago now, and we've tried to keep the tradition going for Rick and the Chamber of Commerce, and more importantly, our Tri-States community.
Local businessman Robert Schultz was selected Grand Marshal this year. Prizes were awarded to participating groups in a variety of categories, and while some things about the parade have changed, one thing hasn't. You can always count on seeing Santa Claus on a fire truck. Much of the region can expect a couple of inches of snow before this storm moves out, and you should get the snow off your sidewalk, steps, and driveway as soon as possible because colder temperatures will make it tough to remove it if you leave it there. Tomorrow will be partly sunny, but very cold with the highs only in the upper 20s. More cold weather on Thursday with temperatures topping out in the middle 20s under a partly cloudy sky. You'll stay on top of what's happening in your community and your world when you start your day with the Times-Herald Record. And Record Online is the place to find news and weather information when it breaks. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.